Community Hotline is made possible with generous support by Gresham Ford, the dealer with a heart. The Contribute to the Community program provides the opportunity for the Gresham Ford team to make a positive impact, serving their customers and helping people across the community. And by the Mount Hood Cable Regulatory Commission. The Mount Hood Cable Regulatory Commission advocates on behalf of the public interest on communications policy issues at the local, state, and federal levels.
And welcome back to our last segment of Community Hotline tonight. I'm Monica Weitzel. We're here in Gresham at MetroEast Community Media, and now we're going to be talking with the Transitions program from Mount Hood Community College. I became aware of this program a few years back and was very impressed with the work they're doing, and I'm now wanting to check back in and see where it's going and how they're doing. So here to represent the Transitions program, I have Donna Gregg.
Hi.
Nice to have you here, Donna.
Yes,
and
pleasure.
Leslie Salazar. It's a pleasure to have you too. So you have both completed the program and are now peer mentors, correct?
Yes, correct, yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so the Transitions program at Mount Hood, could one of you kind of explain to our viewers exactly what it is and how people get to that program?
Well, Transitions is a program for women, and it's designed to help women, young girls, or basically any age. We have a wide
range. It doesn't have to be what you might think of as college age. It could be maybe somebody my age.
In my 50s, we have 19-year-olds, 50-year-olds, and up. So it's just kind of designed for anybody with a unique challenge. Maybe you're coming back to school after many years as me, or maybe you've had personal struggles in your life and need some help getting over that barrier back into college, because it can be very daunting.
It can be daunting if you're coming out of high school, but to come back after many years, or if you've raised a family or had some personal struggles you've gone through, even harder. Even harder. Yeah.
So the program does that. It gives us life planning, career planning, personal planning. We do career. We study, or not study, but we go through different tests that kind of give you aptitude.
Counseling kind of things.
Yeah, career counseling, exactly, and aptitude, as well as just all the support that you need, from how to negotiate to school, how to apply to scholarships, how all the financing works, which is just
it's going to be very overwhelming.
Very overwhelming. Yeah. And then we are able to support one another, through the peer mentors and just as fellow students, to be able to keep on achieving those goals. So it's a very
having
unique
that connection with the other women is probably key, is it?
Yeah. We met in the program, and I think we
get
try
the
to
feeling
encourage
that
each
you
other.
two are pretty good friends now. Am I right?
Yes.
Yeah, and that's the good thing about transition, that you not only meet like other women or classmates, but you find a family, a friends.
See, and that's huge, because that's when things get rough. It's nice to know you have somebody that you can go talk to,
Absolutely.
somebody who can help support you, who knows exactly what you're going through. Yeah. So how did you come to the program, Leslie? How were you referred to this program, or did you hear about it? How did you hear about it?
After I graduated from my GED, when my instructor referred me to Transitions, he told me about the program, and to be honest, I came to Transitions just to practice my English skill.
Oh, okay. And where did you come from? What country did you come from?
Guatemala.
Guatemala, okay.
Yeah.
And so you came there to practice your English, but I take it you got more out of it than just that.
Absolutely. I didn't know that I could do more than I expect, because for me, as a Latino woman, I didn't know that I could go to college.
Really? So that you weren't even looking at that as an option?
I didn't think about it, because I grew up in a very poor village family, and nobody told me about college. Nobody told me about going to college.
Yeah, if you don't grow up thinking that you might go, then you may never consider it.
Yeah. And after I came to Transitions program, I found out that there was a lot of opportunities for me to do something, to do something different that I was doing at that time.
So your options opened up. So what are you doing now then? Are you in college now? Are you taking classes at college? Where are you at in your?
When I came to transitions, I didn't know what to do. I didn't expect, where do I go? What do I need to do? And then during all these transitions, I learned that I had passion for families, for my community, and I decided to apply for a mental health program.
A mental health program?
Yeah, to get into the mental health program and social work.
A very needed field.
And then I applied and I was accepted.
Yeah,
and this week was my first day in my program.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Very exciting, very exciting. So, and how about you? How about you, Donna?
I'm on my last year of prerequisites for trying to get into the nursing program. So I'll be applying this fall. And yeah, it's been a couple years of doing that, and so
that's a very rigorous program and very competitive.
Yeah, it is. But here again, transitions has helped me through all that, and they really do help you build a self-confidence and just the access to the programs and the instructors and the kind of help that you need and self-confidence that you gain through the program. So excited about that and hopeful.
Yeah, well, no kidding. I mean, it's great to feel like you have a future.
Yeah.
Whereas maybe before you didn't know what you were going to do. Frankly, when I first heard about this program, I thought, I wish I'd had this program. And I didn't really have any major obstacles to overcome when I started college, except that I couldn't figure out what I wanted to do with my life. And just having somebody there to help you navigate that. And I felt lost in college, like I just felt kind of lost. And I went to a very big college, and I think that's a great program. But especially if you've, come from a background where you didn't ever expect to go to college, or you're coming back after many, many years, or I know I've talked to some women who were in rather difficult situations, like they were victims of domestic violence, or they were overcome drug problems, that kind of thing.
Yes.
Things that really can set you back a lot of years, and they're there for you, right? I mean,
completely. We do have girls with unique struggles, women and girls, and the program is designed to help you build that confidence and to know that you have the support, and that your questions will be answered. We network with every department within the college, and Stella, our director of our program, is the most awesome
She's
person.
Wonderful. Yes, she
and
is.
she coordinates with all the other heads of all the different divisions and financial aid and
you get to
counseling.
know the people in those other departments, don't you?
Yes, they come in, and we have a class HD90 where we have guest speakers from all the different varying departments, and so it's really a wealth of information that, quite frankly, I don't think the other students even get.
Well, that's exactly what I was thinking. Because if you can put a face with a name, and you're like, oh, I know you're from the finance department, and you told us about this. Exactly. It's a lot less intimidating probably to go to them for help.
Oh, are you kidding? Or you may not even know where that room is, right?
Right.
So it's completely invaluable. I think even if if you needed that help, it's a good program to do anyway, because it's completely unique.
That's
right?
exactly what I was thinking. Yes, yeah. So I know there's also the Transiciones, which is for Spanish speakers. You chose not to do that one, though, correct?
Yes, because I wanted to practice my English skills.
Which I admire you for. That takes some guts and bravery there to do that. But if you need the Spanish-speaking program, there's the other.
There's another option. So that's the nice thing about transition, that there is nobody left behind, because there is opportunity for, like before when I came into transition, I say, probably not for me because I don't speak the language, and that could be a barrier, but there is no barrier.
And look at you now, you're doing interviews on TV.
Yeah, that's amazing. For me as a Latino, it's a big step.
Yeah,
because
I think it's great.
Because my family is watching me, and then I can be like a.
You're gonna be so proud of that.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
She's a role model.
Well, it's really true. And you have children? Do you have children?
Yes,
and if you have children, I think going back to school and learning to better yourself and do all this is like the best thing you can do for your kids, because you're right. You're your own role model. You're showing them that it doesn't matter what what you have going on in your life. You can overcome it, and you can do things better for yourself.
That's the nice thing about transition, because it's transition in your life.
Right. Everybody has stuff they go through, but to have an organization that'll help you through that is amazing. So talk to me about being a peer mentor. What does that mean to you, and what exactly do you do?
Well, we run a group every week. The girls spend time with just us mentors, and we do activities that are designed to work in with the curriculum they do in their actual courses. They have 3 courses in HD 202 and HD 208 and HD 90. And yeah. So they have that kind of cohort with all the girls. All their classes are together, so
they become close.
Yeah. They don't have to worry about that nervousness of changing teachers and changing classes.
Right.
And then once a week, they split into 2 groups, and they have us as mentors who've gone through the program, who are also college students.
And who are now role models for
Exactly,
them.
we hope to be.
Yes.
And then we do activities that kind of reinforce what they're doing in their classwork. They're kind of team building activities and learning to work together and that kind of thing. So that's our role. And we also are there to help them. We have study hall hours, so we can help them with their homework for transitions, or if they're taking other courses.
Right.
And try to just represent to them that they can achieve their goals.
Right.
So,
do you get anything out of it personally yourself by being a mentor?
Yeah, absolutely. I can feel myself growing up more confident, and before my self-esteem was low, but then I can feel that I have future. Yeah. It's
a wonderful thing, and you're giving back. You're giving back to your community. You're giving back to these women, but by helping them. But it seems like it can only help to make you feel better about yourself too.
Yeah.
And we learn from them.
Yeah,
we really do.
I'm sure you
it's
do.
amazing.
Yeah.
These women all, no matter what their unique situation is that brought them to this point, they're all really strong, gutsy women, because it takes a lot, and I always learn from them, and they're very inspirational to be around. So
I think that's great.
It's just a really good thing all the way around.
Yeah, it's kind of a win-win all the way. So what would you say to somebody if they were thinking, okay, I want to go back to school, but I just don't know if I can do it, and they were in a situation where you think they might qualify to be part of this program? What would you say to encourage them to give it a shot?
I'll let you go first.
Yeah, I just had a friend, and she felt like that in a way, and she told me that she was afraid of going back to college because for a long time she quit. She quit school for many years ago, and she was afraid, and I told her to go back to college and to go back to transition. Transition will help you to eliminate the fears she had, and she will meet others with a different background. And she did. She came back to college, and now she's one of our transition students.
Wow. That's great. Now, you brought pictures, and I don't think we've taken a look at those yet. So maybe we can take a look at the pictures, and you can tell me what we're taking a look at.
Okay, this one is, we did an outreach program, or not really outreach program, but we went to do outreach at Coffee Creek Correctional Institution.
Oh, so that's for the women's.
Yes, it's a women's prison. So we went out there and spoke with them. I think it was a part of a bigger day to try to let them know that this program's out there.
So when they're out, if they want to,
this is an option to help them, move forward in their lives. To let them know that there's programs to help them integrate back into school and that kind of thing. So
that's a good plan. That's nice. It'd be nice to. Oh, I know her. So this was a day that I went and spent with the mentors, the peer mentors. Wonderful group of women. I was just really amazed by the feeling of camaraderie and the closeness and it was just it was a very impressive group. Very impressive group. And there's the president, Deborah Durr of Mount Hood Community College, and these are. That's Barbara on the right, and I don't know the lady on the left, I don't think.
That's Joanne.
Joanne, okay.
And they both graduated this year, so
Isn't that wonderful?
Yes.
I remember interviewing Barbara a couple of years ago.
She just graduated from the mental health program.
I mean, she was, had come back after a long time away from school, and that's just wonderful. That's a success story right there.
Yeah. And that is the new student welcome day.
The welcome day.
Yeah.
And this the dog in the middle, is he part of the transitions program?
No, but we love him. That's Marty. We have many photo opportunities with him.
Oh, that's cute.
But so that was another program. We're there to let the new students know that transitions is there, because sometimes people enroll and they feel so lost they may drop out or quit.
Right.
So
that happens a lot.
So we're really doing a lot with Stella too, really promoting the program so people know about it.
Good.
Some things like this, and we do also MetroEast breakfast once every month, which is ahead of all sorts of different departments in the in the Portland metropolitan area, to try to get our information out there. So
who can be part of transitions? What are the requirements for being part of the program?
Well, you have to be a woman, and basically you have to have some unique, some challenges, whatever that might be.
So do you fill out an application? And,
Yeah,
have an
yeah, you
interview,
fill out an
that kind of
application.
thing?
There really isn't really any super restrictions of any sort like that. You fill out an application and then you would meet with Stella and work through it. But I don't think there's really ever been anybody turned away that needed
If somebody really feels like they
the
need
program.
it, there's probably
Yeah, they fill out the application and they have an interview with Stella, and then they go from there.
Right.
Yeah.
Stella's done such a good job, though. They may have to wait a term to get in.
if there's a wait list, that's a good thing. That means that you're doing your job as outreach, and that she's doing her job running the program.
Yeah, and more people are getting back and fulfilling their dreams. So.
Yeah. And that's a wonderful thing. Well, thank you both so much. And I wish you the best of luck. I have a feeling that you're both going to be very successful. In the mental health field and in nursing. I mean, those are areas that are so much needed. There's a lot of demand for people in those fields, and I think that you're both going to be a real big success. So, thank you
for
so much.
having us.
Yes, it was my pleasure. Thank you.
you.
Oh, and show me the back of your shirt.
Oh,
Okay,
we have
Okay, what does that say? The support you need to succeed.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
So
The support you need to succeed.
one of
I
our
love it.
mottos.
Yeah, that's perfect. Thank you both so much.
Thank you.
bet.
Thank you.
Yes. And thanks for watching Community Hotline. I hope you feel inspired like I do. Check them out on the website. And if you know somebody that would like to go back to school, a woman who'd like to go back to school and needs a little support, then the Transitions program might be for them. Thanks for watching. We'll be here next week on Community Hotline. I'm Monica Weitzel. Good night.
Hotline is made possible with generous support by Gresham Ford, the dealer with a heart. The Contribute to the Community program provides the opportunity for the Gresham Ford team to make a positive impact, serving their customers and helping people across the community. And by the Mount Hood Cable Regulatory Commission. The Mount Hood Cable Regulatory Commission advocates on behalf of the public interest on communications policy issues at the local, state, and federal levels.